It's 2017 Alabama at Mississippi State. A little bit of a questionable ruling right there on a ball. It was a great game. 14-14. Number 2 versus number 16. 14-14, 6 minutes left in the quarter. And I think State had a fourth quarter lead that year. Some questionable officiating in this game. You believe that? Unbelievable. An Alabama game? Who cares? Launch. YouTube. First thing, Monday morning, eye doctor appointment. My goodness, the parking lot is already slam full.
Have you been around anyone with a confirmed case of COVID?
I know it's a machine, but it's like it's looking at me. Can you see those letters? See, right now, without my glasses, I can't read one single letter. If I put my glasses on, so now I can read every bit of it. KOUGT, TZAUL, NTKEF, SKAZBT, DZPBOF. See y'all later. I just realized that might be very distracting right over my shoulder. I was doing a radio interview today, and in the conversation, we got into the ramifications of, this decision about college football, that decision, what if this, and what if, a whole bunch of what ifs. Potentially one very good consequence, but also one very bad consequence of this topsy-turvy season, not normal, no fans in the stands, partial crowds there. You may have to adjust the schedule, all these things. And I think there's potentially, again, one good effect and one bad one. What if some people miss football this year and then they go, you know what? I made it just fine without it. If you turn fans away, which for good reason, nobody's fault, but you turn them away, like you tell them they can't come to the stadium, it's half capacity, no capacity, whatever, you can't tailgate. There's going to be a percentage of those fans who were coming to your stadium for every home game every year, who are going to experience not going. And they have the experience this year of spending that money on other things, going on fishing trips, camping trips, other trips, instead of football trips, watching football at home because there will be football on TV. What is the percentage of those fans that would say, you know what, I made it just fine without football? And in some cases maybe say, I actually enjoyed this better, watching it at home, not going to the games. What if some fans leave the game and then don't come back? They're going to experience spending those discretionary dollars on other things. Now, the other side of that is there are people who would, and rightfully so, argue against it and say, yeah, but when football does come back and the campuses do open up, even if it's next year, 2021, and you're able to tailgate and have a full stadium, whenever that is, people are going to be that much more hungry to get back out there and do that. They're going to have missed it so bad, they're definitely going to come back. And maybe there's some truth to that also for some portion of every fan base. You have to discuss all the what ifs, and some of these are more likely than others. And I think the fan attrition is potentially one of them. Skiing trips, fishing trips, beach trips, other stuff. Those people are going to have that experience and go, you know what? We made it just fine without traveling up there to the games of the campus, going through all that trouble. In fact, we enjoyed this, staying home and doing other stuff more. You're going to lose some of those forever. Again, it's nobody's fault. We understand all of it. It's just, I think, going to happen. Love some chicken fajitas and chips and salsa. Chips especially. One positive effect of all of this, I believe, is here today, tomorrow, sometime this week. I think we're going to get that decision from the ACC and the SEC where they're going to lock arms and say, we're doing this thing together. 10-game conference schedule with one non-conference. It's a likely scenario. And the third possibility, an 8-game conference schedule and one non-conference. Both involve largely playing themselves within their conference because they can control the testing of athletes and staff better within their own conference. We're going to do a 10-game conference schedule plus one non-conference with each other, especially the SEC. They will never go back to a 12-game schedule with playing just 8 conference games. There's been a push to play more conference games in a season. Nick Saban has been vocal about it, that it's what's best for the fans, it's what's best for the game, it's what's best for TV, it's what's best for the players. Because of this situation of having to adjust the schedule because of the pandemic, if we go to a 10-game conference schedule plus one non-conference, they'll never go back to 8 conference games and all these non-conference games that nobody cares about. And that, to me, is a huge positive. What a weird vlog this has been.